Greetings, travelers. It is me, the Ringmaster. It's difficult to cramp an 8-foot-tall body in this attic, but for my brothers and sisters, I'm making do. You probably recognize me from All Hail the Shining God. I was the one who possessed Lord Neverwinter's body and brought the hammer down on Iona's head. Such good times. I'll keep this short, listeners, as it's difficult for me to talk in this form. We have an exciting, shining, beautiful tale. We brought on the Lovelycraftians to join us for this tale. We are breaking this up into 2 parts because it's a bit longer than the other 2. You need to go through the portal called a pod catcher and listen to the Lovelycraftians. They weave a tale of portals, mayhem, and goofs as their land of Chicago is threatened by outer beings such as myself trying to get in on their precious Earth. If you enjoy these Call of Cthulhu tales, then I highly suggest you find this podcast and give this bardic group a listen. Don't forget, travelers, the BattleBards College at battlebards.com is lovingly made up of many of our brothers and sisters of the faith. So be sure to go over there and grab yourself some wonderful sound effects, such as the dead whispering or flesh turning to stone. Bernard, could you move over just a bit? Thank you. Now we also have a special treat for you at the very end of the second part. Be sure to stick around because we tricked Wingover into singing a song. It will be good. Travelers, be sure to look out for one another in these difficult times. Wash those hands to remove the curses that are placed upon them, and be sure to reach out to your loved ones. They could use a listen of your voice. That will be all for now, travelers. Now join us as the Lovelycraftians present A Shining Birthday.
The sleepy small town of Ythill sits on a coast where the waves lap at the beach in an almost hypnotic and rhythmic pattern. Nothing bad ever really happens here. Life just keeps moving on at its slow and steady pace. Some people might find this kind of life boring. They might dream of the big city of Waterdeep or want the rolling hills and lush forests of Cormyr. But not the folks of Ythill. These people are mighty fine with just having a nice and relaxing day, do their work, and come home at the end of the day to get a good amount of shut-eye. The village is a small one. A collection of small houses are grouped together facing the beach, Many boats and fishing equipment are actually sitting around them, and a town square opens up past their tiny collective. A small church of Talos, the god of storms, looms mightily near a small leatherworker shop, who has his works on display. A general store named Preston's Corner sits cheerily by the sheriff's station, almost tauntingly drifting the smells of fresh baked bread over their way. And lastly, in this small town square that surrounds a well-worn well, is an inn dubbed proudly as Marvin's Marvelous Meals. As we watch this sleepy village and the sun slowly start to move into the evening, casting its shadow around, we see a small wagon coming up. Driving it is a burly-looking halfling with a handlebar mustache and a flowing mane of hair that is business in the front and party in the back. As this wagon starts to come on in, we see a few passengers sitting in there. And why don't you each go ahead and describe and say what characters you're playing?
All right, Ashley, alphabetical.
Sarah's just a general, all-around, normal girl, just trying to get her feet back on the ground. She just wears just basic armor, a cloak, boots, things like that. Has a bag on her back filled with all of her worldly possessions because, she's homeless. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing fancy.
And she's a halfling?
Yes.
All right. Iona is a human. She's just kind of an average height, average weight. She's got stark, silvery white hair, and it looks like she's just wearing holy robes for her god at all times. And occasionally it's armor, but for the most part, she just looks like your typical kind of cleric.
And I'm playing Trash Bag. Trash Bag is a tabaxi, tabaxi? I don't know how you pronounce that, but bard. So he was homeless. So he looks like a little older, scraggly kind of cat that you see on the street that's missing some teeth. And like one eye seems like real shady where the other one's like huge and like has seen some things. And he's just like along for the ride. He's just like excited to be going somewhere and he's like ready. He sings, but he does not sing well.
Love it. Is it sort of like a cat yowling?
Yes.
Cool. So Aaron Yell's very laid back, kind of chilled looking. Has tan skin, jet black hair with a lot of braids in it. Very narrow, kind of always looking around, interested, people watching eyes, and is wearing leather, is very averse to like light leather armor. And yeah, that's Aaron Yell. Very laid back, chill.
Awesome. So while you guys are finally coming into this town and stopping near this inn, you see the little soup bowl sign swinging saying Marvin's Marvelous Meals. The halfling stops the cart and starts to stretch, and every bone is cracking naturally. They look back at all of you.
Well, here's my stop. This is a town of Ythill you're all mentioning.
Thanks. How much did we agree to pay you for this?
Oh, I done forgot.
Oh, good.
Well, it's fine. We're already here.
No, let us buy you a meal in the name of our shining god, because this is what he would want to spread, is happiness and well-being. So, on his behalf, let's buy you some food.
Well, I'm not going to turn down a free meal. All right.
And he hops on down off his wagon, because he's got this little stepladder, because he is the size of a kindergartner, so he just crawls on down. Looking around this area, there's not a lot of people. Maybe the odd person is walking by. It's a small town, and there's not a lot of people generally out at this time of day. You see, there's one person by the well. It's an elven woman. She's covered in a lot of rags, just a really shabby look. And while she's pacing back and forth, she has this far-off look. And looking through the inn's windows, you see there's a few customers in there, and you also see a dwarf sleeping on the counter.
Like laid out sleeping on the counter, and just like his head is down?
He's like half on it. He's got a high stool, and he's just kind of sprawled.
Cool. Is he behind the bar or in front of it?
Oh, he's behind the bar.
Okay.
Well, Trash Bag is gonna just strum his lute very happily and be like, "Ooh, how wonderful! What a quaint little town!" Oh.
Yes, it is. You're not wrong.
Indeed.
Why are we here again?
I'm gonna usher the. Is he a half gnome? Halfling?
Halfling?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Halfling. Okay. I'm gonna usher the halfling in and then hold back with the rest of them. You go ahead and order. I need to have a word with my companions real quick.
Am I just ordering a meal for everyone, or
Is everyone hungry?
is salad okay, or do you want the potatoes?
I love potatoes.
All right. I guess that's a yes on the potatoes.
Okay.
So I hang back and I just look at them. All right, guys, we're here for a reason. We need to find my companions, our companions.
Oh, yes.
We need to
Okay.
find them. They were
Yes.
arrested. We need their book. To be completely honest with you, and I realize that this is not holding in what the Shining God would have of me believe, but I don't really care what happens to our little ritual companions. We need to complete this ritual at all costs. So
Oh,
that's my goal here.
how wonderful.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
So, like, they can rot, but we need to get the book.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Straight to the point then.
Well, love somebody that's, not mincing words.
Well, maybe we can get them later, but after.
Yeah. Okay. Hooray! Potatoes now.
Okay, so you all march into the inn. His halfling goes to sit at a table, and he's a little annoyed because his feet can't reach the ground, but you make do. You see in here, there is a Goliath man and an Azamar woman, and they're sitting at one of the tables eating a meal, and they could just kind of glance up at you and then look back down, not really paying you much mind. You see there are 4 fishermen who are all also eating in a strange, almost like unison. They're all lifting the spoon at the same time. And the dwarf who was passed on the counter just suddenly snaps awake. Huh? Whoa. What? 2 groups of people in 1 week? Oh, wow, this is really something. Welcome to Marvin's Marvelous Meals. I'm Marvin. Hi.
Oh my gosh, you're Marvin?
Yeah, my name's on the sign.
Wow, it is. I saw that sign.
Hey, whoa, Iona? What a blast of the past. You're back?
I am? What do you mean?
Left like 5 years ago or so. Big holy quest.
Is this your hometown?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Iona's looking very confused, and she's almost not looking at anybody directly. She's kind of staring into the middle distance and concentrating, and she bites on her tongue, like, with her front incisors. Like, it's just on the tip there, but she just doesn't quite get it. Well, yes. My holy quest. I'm back.
Oh, wow, that was fast. Usually those things take a while.
Well, now I think I'm on a new holy quest.
Maybe it was just
Cool.
a holy errand.
You know what? That's fair. Oh, wait, you're all at my inn. Do you all want some food?
I'm always up for a female.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
I would die for food. Yes, food.
Okay, right on. Well, I'm also the cook, so better get back there and do my job.
Wow, so many talents.
Thanks!
You're welcome.
And he hops off his stool and rushes into the back, and you just hear immediately a clattering of pans and pots and dishes and everything.
Wonderful.
Now the Goliath, who's a fairly large guy, he looks like he's probably around 7 feet tall, covered in armor, with a few tribal tattoos. And the Azamar, who their people are usually regarded as people with angelic lineage, so she has this blonde hair, some glowing tattoos. They are both definitely looking over at the lot of you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Are you from here? My name's Trash Bag. What's your name?
We're from Waterdeep. My name's Waldorf.
And I'm Teresa.
Oh my gosh, Teresa. Love that name.
Like the salad?
There's a salad?
I think there's a salad named after you.
Whoa.
It's delicious, if that makes you feel better.
It does.
Oh, okay, good.
It boosts my ego. Why are you here in Ythill?
Well, we had a couple of friends who came through here, and we just haven't heard from them in a while. We wanted to make sure that they were okay.
Were they hurt by that strange magic that was cast the other day by those two gnomes?
Gosh, I hope not. What was this strange magic?
Yes, these two gnomes summoned some sort of monster out of the well. It was horrifying. It killed two younger people. Sheriff Olivia has them both right now over at the sheriff's station, jailed up for what they've done.
Oh my goodness.
What did this beast look like?
Teresa, I think it didn't have a face on it, right? Kind of weird. I don't even know how it eats.
I'm not sure we want to know the answer to that.
Yes, it had black rubbery skin, long tail, wings.
A thing tried to tickle me. Never had that happen before, and I chopped at it.
So did it run into the woods or something? Is it still lurking around?
No, it was killed during the encounter. We helped out, but Sheriff Olivia was really the one to take it down. If it wasn't for her, it could have gotten very dangerous very fast.
Well, thank goodness.
It crawled out of the well, which is the weirdest thing, because there's nothing there before at all, and we're just assuming that the gnome's magic must have summoned it.
And what were their names?
Oh, I think it was Frank and Tim. Yeah.
Frank and Tim.
Well, luckily those are not our friends.
Yeah, we
that's
don't know
good.
friends like that.
That's good. You don't want to associate yourself with people like that. They're worshipping some sort of shining or other. Probably a cult, I bet.
Oh,
Interesting.
I don't know if it's just a cult.
you know, you get to know people, you know, like.
Interesting.
Shining cult. I feel like
I mean, we're not trying to like tear down anyone's beliefs here.
You know, you don't know people till you know people, you know?
Yeah, like I don't go in your house and shit on your bed, but okay.
But I might after this.
Do you do that to people?
No, that's why I would never do that. That's why you shouldn't.
It's just such a specific thing to bring up.
It sounds like something heretics would do.
You know, yeah. It's not good.
Ariel, you hear the sounds of millions of voices of your brothers and sisters shrieking through your mind as they hear someone say something as detestable as the wonderful, loving Church of the Shining God could possibly be a cult.
Yes. Like, yeah, like, you know, like, you shouldn't be, you know, shitting on people's beds, as Trash Bag said, you know, like you don't seem like the type of person that would do that, and I'm not one to judge or anything like that, but just, you don't know until you know. Like, Shining God, like, he could really be something, you know, the Shining or another you're speaking of. You don't know until you search for the answers yourself.
Very shiny.
We take it that you're all a part of this organization.
No, maybe. Would you like to hear a song?
We actually have to go out on a patrol. Maybe later if you're staying.
It's a great song, though.
Okay, sure.
You sure?
Why don't you just go ahead and play it?
Okay,
Oh, God.
okay.
So, what is the opposite of inspiration?
You haven't even heard me sing
like
it.
hopelessness, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm just hoping we can demoralize them a little.
Let's see, the only song I can think of is someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye.
oh my god.
Tell them, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry?
That sounds kind of inspirational though.
They look like they want to turn around and say goodbye.
Can I stop them real quick for a second and hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I just talk to you for a real quick second? You know, it won't take too long. Can I do a persuade actually on that one, or
Yeah, roll a persuasion to see how comfortable they are with it.
18, 17 then, because I have -1.
They seem like they really want to get away from the situation, so if you could drag them away from the music, they'd be pretty keen.
Yeah, that's some inspiring music, but let's take a moment, shall we?
Yeah.
So I drag them away from eyes or prying eyes in general. So I just want to tell you something real quick. If you guys don't, is it 2 people? It's 2 people, right?
Yeah, it's 2.
If you can just lean a little closer to me, I don't want my compatriots to hear, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they lean in.
All right, so I'm going to double hand ear on both of their ears, pretty much.
Okay.
Coming out swinging.
That was fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm doing it right now. So
No, that's good.
the 2 insects in the ear.
Okay, but you'll be totally out of insects after this, but you could totally do that.
Oh, well, okay, cool, doing it. I don't care.
I want you to make, I guess, a sleight of hand check to see if you could do it without them noticing.
15.
So they're leaning in like, and you put your arms over their shoulders like you're kind of leaning in for a group huddle. So these little insects, they almost look like long beetles. They just crawl off your hands, up your forearms, off your hands, and into their hair. And at first they're just kind of scratching a little bit, like, oh, something's on me. And then they start really scratching at their ear, and suddenly a look of panic is on their faces. And they just quickly run out of the building. And you can feel inside yourself just this wave of joy and happiness and hear a chorus of pleasant voices.
Ah, that was nice. That was great. Whew. All right, well, they'll see the glory of it all as I walk back in.
Yeah, so they took off, but you feel like you're going to hear back from them pretty soon.
Indeed. Well, what's going on? Huh? Are you still playing music over there?
The end.
All right, well,
Oh, they must have really liked my song.
It's fantastic.
yeah, they really did. They loved it so much that they were moved to leave.
You know, that happens a lot when I sing. Like, people just gotta run and tell the great news.
Marvin comes back in the room, and he's just super excited. Wow, yeah, that was some banging music.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I never got to dance while I'm cooking.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give you my autograph.
That sounds perfect. I'll put it on the wall. I bet you're super famous.
Oh my... I am. Thank you for noticing.
The halfling who brought you here is also sitting at one of the other tables, and he just has that far-off look.
Existential crisis.
Yeah, like he's thinking, who have I brought here, and what have I done?
Iona's kind of sitting at the table with him doing the same thing for different reasons.
So the meal's brought in, and it's this delicious, thick, creamy stew. And it's sat down, and it looks delicious. Little chunks of fish are floating up to the top.
The star treatment, everybody.
He sets out a few cups of soy milk and nods at all of you and goes behind the counter.
See, I don't mean to sneer at this, but do we have anything other than soy milk?
Oh, man, I wish. Man, that would be great. You don't know how sick of soy milk I am.
So why is soy milk the only thing?
No, unfortunately, this is the only milk we have. It is painful. I think Preston over at Preston's Corner Store, he's got some milk because he does like the bacon stuff. But yeah, no, I am sick of soy milk. You don't know how much I want to burn those fields down.
Do you want some help with that?
Oh, I would, but no, because I feel like I would make Jess sad, and I would probably get arrested because, well, I can't lie.
Toss a prayer out for the Shining God, and he might be able to fix this for you in a way that doesn't include arson.
Oh, this seems way easier than praying to Talos. Usually I pray to Talos that I'm almost struck by lightning.
Oh.
Yeah, super angry god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine worshiping someone like that.
I'm just like standing there wondering why everyone is laughing because I have no idea what's going on.
You're so lost.
I'm so lost right now. just gonna eat my food. I'm just gonna silently sit here and eat my food.
Yeah, that strange liquid vial they gave you before you left, you're just kind of looking at that yellow stuff sloshing around, and you're not sure anymore.
Yeah, you're having second thoughts about this right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem super fun now. But yeah, you all enjoy your meal, and you endure the soy milk, but hey, it gives you your B12 vitamins, so you got some energy for the rest of the day.
But at what cost?
Happiness, usually. Except for the bard, who's usually just super happy. And soy milk sponsors. I'm just kidding. If you want to sponsor us, totally do it. Hit us up. Ballad 7 dice.
This episode is sponsored by Soy Milk.
Soy farmers, that's Ballad of the 7 dice.
Yeah, we're going to shit talk it a lot. So sorry about that.
Now it'll be good. It'll show that they rose above it all.
We're going to reverse psychology people into having it.
Yeah, all those listeners are going to be like,
you know what, to hell with this, I'm gonna drink some goddamn soy milk.
Fuck you guys.
In that voice specifically.
Yep, exactly. They're gonna love it.
I'm going to want to get up here pretty shortly and head over to the sheriff's and see if I can't get at least eyes, if not talking with our little compatriots.
Yeah, let's go save them.
So you open up this door, and the cool sea breeze comes in as it's starting to dip in the evening, and you look like damn near square in the eyes with this elven woman you saw before who was covered in rags, and she looks right at you, Iona. You abandoned your quest for another? Iona?
I'm sorry?
Don't think I don't see through your shining lies and smiles.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm so glad to see you. Remind me of your name.
All the clouds and myself are aware of your egg hunt. We're aware. We know what you said and did. We're always watching.
The clouds are
Sure. Clouds?
Hi, clouds.
You mean those? Okay, I like, point to the sky. I'm like, are you talking about these things?
Yes.
Have you been to a doctor recently? I think maybe...
Well, that cloud looks like a...
I can't trust any doctors.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression from you right now.
You then hear this shout, Spit Whistle! Get away from them! And then Spit Whistle looks at them, goes, and runs off.
Oh, they seem nice.
You think?
I'm not so sure about this town, guys. I don't like it. I feel weird here.
Is it because it's your hometown?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
You see this half-orc woman walk out of this little building beside the inn, and she has this big hat that all sheriffs must have.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, of course, the star badge.
Nice.
And she walks on over to all of you. Sorry about that. That's Spit Whistle. They're different.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I guess so.
Big into clouds.
I like your hat.
Oh, thank you. Are they going on about the clouds again?
What is this Talos thing that they keep throwing at me?
That's the local religion. Everyone here's a pretty fervent Talos worshiper. The priest over there in the building, Taltheus, he's a sea elf who gives all sorts of sermons on not angering the sea god and praying to him so that your harvest is good from the ocean. You know, that God-fearing stuff.
That sounds smart. Our god would never throw an angry sea at people, so I don't know. Different strokes for different folks.
Our god's shiny.
And so nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I could sing you a song about
Oh,
our god.
no. First song was great.
So,
Still full on that song.
Thank you. Oh, I know. It's great.
So what are you all in town for?
We're actually looking for a couple of our compatriots. They came into town and we just didn't hear from them again. Do I need to roll deception on that?
Well, no, I mean, you're telling the truth. You came into town and haven't heard from them
Okay.
because they're in a jail cell.
Yeah, we can leave that part off. So we just wanted to make sure they were okay, especially after we heard that there was like some sort of tickle monster in town.
Oh, that was horrifying. Yeah, I don't know what it is, that creature. You look at it and gave you the heebie-jeebies for days. You just looked at it and your skin crawled. Well, I wouldn't expect that reaction, but to each their own, I suppose.
She's just super chipper.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's the same as these two convicts in the cell. They're always just chipper about everything.
So would it be possible for us to go talk to them? They might have seen our friends. Just talk. We don't need to have them out of jail or anything. We can talk from this side of the bars, and they can talk to us from that side of the bars, and then we'll be on our way.
Why don't you roll persuasion?
All right, that's fair. Oh, dick. I'm gonna get another dice and just tell you that I rolled a 1.
They look super uncomfortable about this idea, and they just go, no, I don't think so. I mean, maybe if they had an attorney, then I'd be more okay with this, but they're super dramatic, and once you get them start talking, they just don't stop.
I'm like pointedly looking at the rest of them, like, surely we have an attorney in the group.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're an attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
So let's just go ahead with that deception.
Roll it as not a 1, please.
So 7. So no, not really, but it literally was on 14 and then it rolled to 6. So I was like, oh, and +1. So I was like, nah, that didn't do anything.
They're just narrowing their eyes.
She's a new attorney, so she just got out of school.
A baby attorney.
I'm new. I gotta do some training, you know? Yeah.
So would you go to Waterdeep for that?
Can I do insight on that to make sure that's an actual thing?
It's a large city that's nearby.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, if you have your documentation showing you're a lawyer, then alright.
Oh, this is going well.
I can sing a song.
A song about how great she did at her test to become an attorney and how it's all caught up in paperwork right now.
Maybe another time. I have to do a few patrols, make sure there's no more creatures coming into town.
Totally fair.
Big job.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Do any of you have a symbol openly of the Shining God, which is usually a starburst with a set of crooked, smiling teeth?
Oh, I for sure do. It's basically on the front of my robes.
They're just looking down at that symbol. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go walk around town, do a few rounds. If you hear from that attorney, you let me know.
I see how it is.
We were so persuasive.
Oh, so very persuasive.
So persuasive.
All right, well, have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Then you see them go to the sheriff's station, and they lock the
Damn it.
door, and then they wander on off.
That was gonna be my next suggestion.
Damn. Okay.
So wow, you're really an attorney?
No.
Oh, sorry. Right, we were lying.
Maybe not lying, but necessary subterfuge. But now we've got problems. Iona's... Can she re-glamour at will for her armor?
Yeah, let's say you could do it once per day.
Okay, cool. She's gonna, like, re-glamour so that the symbol... it's still like a starburst, but it doesn't have the shiny teeth in it, so it's less obvious, and she'll change the color slightly.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a little more subtle.
So this magic shimmers over your clothes, and the smile disappears off of this, and now you look the part. You're just someone with a giant starburst on your chest.
Perfect. That's what I wanted. I feel a little blasphemous, but I'm sure they'll forgive me.
Oh, yeah.
It's all for the good.
It's all for the good. The greater good.
Yeah, that's like one of the best parts about being in a cult, is you're just surrounded by real positive people that are going to be like, yeah,
we
Perfect.
totally
That's
agree.
all I
Yes,
need.
and.
Yes, and.
Yeah, like, should we break into this place and murder all the people? Why not?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm in your corner 100%. Let's kill these bitches. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
I think I'm gonna check out the well.
That's a good idea. I want to meet this tickle monster.
Can we send people around to see if there are like windows or something in the sheriff's building? You have to not be totally obvious that you're doing it though, and that's kind of the problem.
I'm not good at not being totally obvious.
You're with me at the well then.
Okay.
Okay, Team A, Team B.
We need to get that book back.
Okay, so who's going to sneak up to the sheriff's place and who is going to the well?
I guess I am going to the sheriff's place because I am small.
I'll go to the sheriff's place with her.
I'm very tiny. I'm only 3 feet tall.
All right.
And then Iona and Trashbag are gonna go hang out by the well.
Woohoo!
Okay, we'll start with Iona and Trashbag at the well. So you wander over there, and it's fairly large size. It has the wooden bucket that's connected to the wooden stand that's above this well. And you can see it goes a fair ways down, about 15 feet, and it hits water. It's kind of dark right now, so it's hard to see, but it looks fairly well used. Well. But nothing really stands out, unless you want to try to do an investigation on it.
Yes, I do.
And Trashbag, you can assist or try your own.
Yeah, I'll investigate as well.
18. Nice.
So you two start really looking at this, and it appears that there are definitely claw marks inside the well. It looks like it appeared like partway in, and whatever it was just clawed its way up.
Would I, as a cleric, know what they accidentally brought in? Or on purpose brought in?
Why don't you make me either a knowledge arcane or a knowledge religion?
Okay, let me do arcane. Oh, that's a 22.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I like this die a lot better than the other one.
Yeah, so you push up your glasses and go, well, actually.
Because it's a well, actually.
So looking at these claw marks and thinking about what must have happened, it must have been the ritual, and the ritual went wrong. So they summoned some creature that, from all the descriptions, seems to line up with a night gaunt. And the few splashes of blood that have dried up on the ground here and there, it looks like it's definitely killed a few people.
All right, I'm going to relay that information.
Oh.
So they botched it
Yeah.
and summoned this thing. So we have to figure out what they did to... I bet it was the milk. The fucking soy milk.
Yeah.
Our god hates soy milk.
Yeah, it makes me very gassy.
Yeah, which is weird because you think it shouldn't because it's not
Yeah.
milk, but
My tum-tum was like, no.
it tasted those lies and was like, get this away
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just weird juice.
Yeah. It's just like bean juice, you know?
So as you two are nodding and discussing the mysteries of bean juice, we are going to go over to our other two, Saru and Ariel. Are you two stealthing over to the sheriff's office or just a casual walk?
I was gonna stealth over there.
Yeah, I can try for stealth.
16.
Oh, it says +7, so 18.
Shit.
Oh,
Okay, then you're fine. Okay.
Okay.
So as you two sneak forward, you aren't encountering pretty much anyone at this time of day, or this time of night. You start to make your way over to the sheriff's office, and there is a little kind of alley between the general store and the sheriff's building, and you just kind of slip in there unnoticed. The smell of faint baked goods is still kind of there as you look over at the bakery behind you, but looking up at the window for the sheriff's office, you see a number of bars are on it.
What, at the bakery or at the sheriff's office?
Oh, sorry, it's on the sheriff's building, the bars there. The baker
Oh, okay.
isn't too concerned about people stealing his stuff.
Oh no, you saw my delicious buns.
They know my secrets.
Well, maybe he is really concerned then.
Oh, that's true.
He put his whole foot in it, literally. So there's a window with bars. Is it big enough for us to get into, or like you?
See into.
You can definitely see in there for sure, but it's a little too small to really fit through there. You might be able to get Sarah through there if you remove one or two of the bars.
Okay. How do I remove one of these 2 bars? Is it like what everything I could think of might make noise? I have a question about animal friendship. Does there have to be an animal insight for me to call upon, or?
Choose a beast you can see in range, and as long as it can hear you, your magical words can make it your bestie.
Okay, and then no.
Okay,
well, no. It's great that, like, for a bear attack, but not in this situation.
Subtle. Just throw a bear at it.
Classic small town bears.
question, what are thieves' tools?
So it includes a small file, a mirror on the end of a little handle. It has some bladed scissors, some lockpicks, and a set of pliers.
Is the front entrance the only way in?
Yes.
Okay, crap.
It's like it's a prison or something.
Damn security.
I mean,
yeah, god damn it. One way in, one way out. Yeah, makes sense. Should we go to the front and try to unlock it, and I can like distract if possible?
I'm down.
All right, so
wait, can we? I want to peek through and see what's inside first. So could you give me a give me a lift?
So I put my hands like under their armpits and then lift them to see.
All right, so you prop them up. You see in here, it's a pretty basic wooden building. There's a desk off to the side with a little tray for incense that's going. You see a bed, a dresser for some clothes, and this is all outside of the cells. You see there are 2 cells here at the back, one you're looking through and another one that seems to be empty. And the one you're looking down at is covered in games of X's and O's, and you see 2 gnomes that are sitting in it, and they look up at you. Hey!
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm I could be better. Are you Holly Jolly and Jolly Holly?
Yeah.
We're in prison.
You don't say.
They're gonna execute us. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, when are they going to execute you?
We only have 2 days left to live.
Better live it to the fullest.
I don't know how you're living it to the fullest in here.
We're playing X's and O's.
I kind of like look down at Ariel. So they're in here.
I can hear. Did I hear that? I'm pretty sure I heard.
Oh
that.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah. I know. Did you want to get them out or like ask questions? Like maybe where their book is?
I like snap my fingers. Ooh, that's right. That's a good question. Do you guys know or happen to know what you did with, the only copy of that ritual book?
Oh yeah, that book. The text of rituals and things that shouldn't be uttered and other such nonsense.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, they took that from us.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you say they who?
Well, there was the half-orc lady.
Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia. She's real nice. Threw us in here. Great throwing arm. And
they took the book?
Yeah. They took the book and they handed it over to the strangest-looking blue elf.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys hold that thought. I will be right back.
Okay.
I put her down.
So I don't see any benefit in breaking them out of jail because they do not have the book.
Yes, but where was the book placed? The strangest blue elf?
They said it was with the blue elf. I doubt they know where this blue elf went, but I mean, I could go back up and ask.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, like,
Up you go.
let's do it.
Little slide whistle goes.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back. We heard all of that because there isn't much distance.
It's just an open window.
Open window, they can hear all in the area.
Oopsie doopsie.
Thanks for saying that you were going to break us out.
I get that you don't want to break us out.
It's stressful. We don't want you to get stressed.
I mean, we have 2 days. I'm sure we can figure something out. But we need to find that book first.
Don't read the paragraph above it or else... Whoa! Yeah, you're gonna need that book.
Yeah, you can get hairy feet.
Yeah! Also, you're gonna need real milk.
Yeah, I don't think they have real milk here.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I'm sure you'll make do.
Do you guys happen to know where haps we could find this blue elf?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We know exactly where they are. They are outside the sheriff's place.
Yeah, and they're yelling at us. They had really good yelling voices, and then they went outside.
Right out the door and locked it.
Narrows it down.
Extremely. So you're not sure what happened after that?
No, we've been having such a good time. We've been sleeping in, getting free meals. We've been playing X's and O's, the same game, for 48 hours.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, we were at the well.
No, that's not. Yes, thank you very much for your help. We're gonna leave now.
Okay, praise be.
Unless there are other questions. Looking.
What's your favorite color?
I'm leaving. Sorry, I'm just like I'm good. I'm leaving.
Almost.
Yeah, so close.
Almost what?
Almost got a favorite color. Olivia won't tell us hers either.
Mine is yellow.
That's our favorite color.
Because it's the shining God's color.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, like
I gotta dip now.
I just like nod my head in the other direction, like no, go. Like, we're going.
While you're leaving, you hear, praise be. Now, anyways, I'll put it next here.
You cheated.
No, it's just improvising.
Okay.
So are you going to still try to get in there at all?
What you mean, like going back into the?
Like, are you going to try to break into the sheriff's office?
No.
If we wanted to get the book, but I don't know if there's anything else beneficial in there.
The book isn't in there.
The book isn't in there though. Yeah, so.
Exactly. So then, like, yeah, no.
So I imagine the four of you meet up because you're like 30 feet away from each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Did we hear all of that?
You definitely heard some of the talking, yeah.
You guys were discreet, huh?
How was it? How were they?
Interesting, I guess. Very jolly.
Literally like your doppelganger. Trash bag.
Oh, thank you.
You guys would get along so well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Really happy. Really jovial, indeed.
Oh,
Great. So
great.
where's the book?
So, about that. So apparently it was given to the sheriff, which was given to some sort of blue elf, but they don't know who that blue elf is or where they went afterwards.
Great.
Iona, make a wisdom saving throw.
21.
Iona, you were gazing out and suddenly your vision starts to shake and blur and goes blinding white. And you see yourself standing in this village and this blue elf puts his hand on your shoulder and says, Iona, you are going to do great out there. And you look over and you see that he's just standing in front of this church with a lightning bolt shape. And as your vision returns back to you, you gaze over and see the exact same church, though a little more worn.
I'm not going to say anything to my party. I'm just going to walk over there.
Oh,
Okay. Following Iona then.
no more well? Okay.
Yeah. I tell them what we found out about the well. I'll be right back.
Oh, so there's scritchy scratchies on the inside of the hole, and we think a night gaunt went bloop right out of there.
That's the technical terms for all of that.
Yeah.
Scritchy scratchies.
Yeah, you know, like claws. Scritchy scratch.
Cool. All right. Night Gaunt. Well, we found out that apparently
Yeah.
they summoned it wrong. They did use soy milk,
Yeah.
and they used the wrong paragraph.
Ooh,
Paragraph right above, yeah.
interesting. Okay. Yeah, because we were like, well, definitely did that not correct. But, you know, we all make mistakes.
And you release a Night Gaunt instead that tickles people to death.
I don't know what's so wrong about that.
Okay.
Who hasn't?
So let's go to Iona. So Iona, you are walking up to this church as you hear your companions talking loudly in the town square.
Great.
Man, we're not subtle at all.
No.
No.
Well, to be fair, most of the church is not subtle in the slightest. They just hope and overwhelm with numbers and love. As you open up this door, your hand goes onto this handle of this large oaken door. You pull it open and feel that familiar weight, and this wave comes forward as you smell incense and cleaner that's been used on this wood and the smell of the ocean, and all of it feels so familiar, but you just don't know why. Looking around, it's a smaller church. You see about 3 sets of pews on each side, and right up to near the top is a little altar with the lightning bolt symbol on it. And there is this blue elven man who is there with this book and a furrowed brow as they're trying to page through it.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit down in the second from the front row and try and piece together why I know this place.
Sure. What kind of armor are you wearing?
That's a great question that I don't like having to answer right now. It's glamour studded armor.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
So you sit down in this pew, and you're not very far away from them, but they are so engrossed in this book they don't even notice you. And you're just trying to think. All of this, it just seems so familiar. For instance, you're sitting there and you think, oh, right, behind the door over there, there's a broom that I would go and some of the cleaning supplies, and I'd always clean up after every sermon because that's just what you do. But this information isn't linking up to any specific events or experiences. It's just like loose information in your head.
Great. She's gonna start chewing on her fingernails a little bit because this is getting real weird. I've never been here before. Why am I remembering this? Is this like another church that I've been to? I can't remember.
There's a bit of pain from the top of your head, like a dull throb. You've had some weird scarring on your head. You're not sure where it came from, but some fight. But it's starting to hurt while you're in here.
Okay, I don't like this place. I'm gonna go. This is clearly not meant for me.
So you get up from the pew and you walk out. They don't even seem to notice. They're so wrapped up in this book, and you close the door behind you, just as outside your companions are wrapping up their conversation near the well.
Hi. How'd it go?
I am confused. But there's a blue elf in there if you need him.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Is my head feeling better now that I'm outside?
Yeah.
My head really hurt in there, so be careful. And I don't think it was just because it was weird.
What was weird?
I knew that church, but I've never been here. Like I knew the smells and I knew the layout. Like I've been there before, but I haven't.
How do you know you haven't?
Because I don't remember ever being here.
Maybe it was in a dream.
She just like plunks down on the steps of this church. I'm assuming there are steps now. There are steps now.
Yeah.
It exists.
There are now.
She just plunks down on them and grabs her head.
You hear thunder rumbling in the distance. It seems like there's a storm not too far away.
What's that doing for me? Like,
Yeah, it's just adding to the unease.
It's adding like a little ambiance to your mood, and it's not helping.
Well, the clouds are going all rumbly tumbly.
Looks like the clouds were watching. Joke's on you.
ah, shit. Should have known. I'm just gonna run my thumb over my holy symbol of the shining god and like silently pray to myself. Well, not to myself, to my god, quietly to myself.
While you're praying, what are the other 3 of you doing?
I'm going to start heading into the church.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you, Iona, are you going to be okay out here?
Better out here than in there, I think.
Do you want me to sing you a song?
Get the book and then we'll sing together.
Okay.
Either, shouldn't someone try to get milk that's not
Yeah,
soy?
yeah. I will be away from here. I will find milk.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to the milk person.
General store, they might have.
Oh, yeah, Preston.
You remembered his name? Nice.
I remember some things.
Fair enough.
This crazy looking cat says to you.
I remember something.
Oh, trash bag.
Okay, so who's going into the church and who's going over to the general store?
I'm going to the general store.
I'll go in the church.
I guess I am also going to the general store.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Buddy system, no more flying solo.
Yeah.
Bye. So I'm gonna discuss with Trash Bag.
Me?
Yes, you.
Mhm.
Should we, since we know where he is, should we do the peaceful approach or should we do the sneaky approach?
I like any idea you have.
Oh, well.
I like them all.
Uh,
I like that. Well, if I look in my bag, so I got 2 costumes. I got some candles. Are you hungry? I've got some rations.
I'm not hungry.
I've got a small knife. I have this map of the city I grew up in, and it's my pet mouse. Say hi.
I.
Okay. Okay. And then I have the bottle cap my parents gave me when they gave me up. It's good to remember them by.
Wow.
We're not gonna unpack all of that.
Well, no, I was just showing you to see if there was anything useful.
I wasn't talking about your pack. But I say that either you or I distract the blue elf, and hopefully he'll drop the book, and I will, or you will, go for the book.
Okay. Who do you think is better at distracting?
I think you are.
I thought me too. We're already on the same page. I love this. Best team ever.
Oh,
Okay.
Trash Bag.
So I'll go in with a bang. Strum on my little old ute here. Maybe I'll get that pet mouse back out, and we'll jamboree up in there, and you can be all like, "Oh, I'm sneaking," and then you're gonna get the book.
Yeah.
Great plan. You're amazing. You smell good. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna, my plan is go into the church and immediately go into sneak mode so no one sees me entering, and then Trash Bag will do their thing. Alright, so do I need to roll stealth to go immediately into?
I'll need you to make a stealth check because you're kind of going in, slipping behind a pew.
I got a 16.
Okay. And Trash Bag, I imagine you're doing some kind of performance check, just playing a sweet song or something.
Yeah, I was gonna do performance. I got a 5, but I have a +7, so I got a 12.
Okay, so here's what happens. You quickly run in there, Aaron Yell, and make me a wisdom saving throw.
9.
Okay, so you quickly slide in, rush behind a pew, and Trash Bag comes, kicks in that door, and starts strumming it.
Oh my god.
Do you ever feel like a tumbleweed drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin? I could keep singing.
So you get in there, Trash Bag, and you're just lost in the music, because this is what you do.
'Cause baby, you're a shining god.
Oh my god.
So while you're jamming out, you don't even notice as Ariel, you are behind this pew, and suddenly your eyes are going completely black. You're gripping your head. You're in so much pain. This swarm is screaming inside your head as you are trying to crawl out of there. You feel something coming up your throat, and these tiny insects fall down onto the floor, dying, their legs curling up towards the sky.
Okay, like I'm just gonna like crawl out of the pew and start heading towards the door. I'm like, this is like, I was like, stop playing music. Like I'm leaving. Jesus, I can't.
Do you want to roll a stealth at disadvantage as you're doing like that, just hungover crawl towards the door?
Okay, I apparently stealth the shit out of 19, but at a
You're at a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
So wait, does that mean I have to roll it again? Okay. 10.
Well, as per usual, they got a 1. So they are just so captivated with this song. They're just saying, a shining god? What?
Yes. Beautiful and bad, but beautiful.
Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky.
Oh god, why?
They put the book down on the altar and come on over to you. Excuse me,
Yes,
are you new? Do you just normally come sing in churches?
I sing everywhere. That's what I do. I'm a bard.
Oh,
Mhm.
well, that's lovely.
Thank you. You're lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is there something I can do for you?
I didn't think this far ahead. I was just like, I'm gonna sing. Hi.
Hi. Well, I'm Teltheus. What's your name?
Oh, I am Trashbag, the first.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you too. So this is a cool church.
Yes, this is the Church of Talos.
Oh, a Church of Talos. Nice. Tell me more about that.
So you two talk religion. Or, well, at least
While
he
I'm
does.
crawling, like just in absolute pain.
Yeah, you're just crawling out the door, and you roll down the stairs a little bit, and you feel so much better.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
But there's a holy watchful eye going on with that place that did not agree with the swarm.
Oof. Oh, sorry, brothers and sisters. Didn't intend for that to happen. So I'm like out of sight. Like I'm in like I guess a part of the building that like isn't.
Yeah, you crawled out of that. You rolled down the stairs a little bit. You're outside, and you're kind of breathing again and getting back to your feet.
Okay. I'm still in the building, but down the stairs, or
No,
I'm
you're
outside of the
outside.
building.
Yeah, you're outside.
Outside,
You're like on their
downstairs.
front steps.
That must have been the most interesting thing in the world, like somehow stealth crawling out while vomiting bugs that create. Okay, well, this is great. I love.
Yeah, there's a few people who are out there watching, going, "Is that a water deep thing? Are they doing drugs?"
Great, we brought drugs from the big city.
I told you, Martha, this would happen. I knew it.
So I got some air. I have no idea what to do to get there. Can I do what would that be? I'm like thinking Call of Cthulhu intelligence check. Can I do a insight check on why that happened?
Like, are you trying to figure out a way to get in there and protect yourself?
Figure out a way to get in there.
Yeah, I would say you could do an intelligence check for that.
Is there? Oh, okay, got you. Okay. 18.
You think it might be a better idea to send Saru in there?
Okay.
Because it's not resonating well with you and Iona, but Trashbag seems to be totally fine, and you're guessing Saru will be as well.
Okay. All right.
So we'll dip over to those two.
I'll dip over to those two while you're talking.
No, you're laying down on the floor.
Oh.
This is happening
Never mind.
simultaneously.
Yeah, you're just having a minute because you need to take a breather while you can hear Trashbag learning so much religious studies. How much of it is retained? We will see. We go over to Saru and Iona as you two step into Preston's corner, and the little bells jingle above the door that all general stores must have.
Legal requirement.
Exactly. And as you get in there, there is the smell of bread that hits you immediately. As you look and see, there are a few little aisles that just hold everyday goods. There's some bread that's along the counter, and you see a man at the end. He has short curly hair, he has a bit of a beard going on, and you see there are pointed ears sticking out of his hair, revealing a bit of an elven lineage. Oh, customers! Welcome to Preston's Corner. What can I do for you?
Hey, Preston.
Whoa, Iona, crazy. How have you been?
Does everybody know you?
I have no idea. I guess I don't know.
Well, yeah, she's like the pride of the church.
Oh, shit. Could you explain that in better detail for me? Just like, so my friend understands, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's like a town legend. So there was a stormy night, the night Iona was born. Lightning hit the church. The church was fine, but like everybody got super spooked. There's a scar on Iona's head, and like everybody was going crazy. And so she's like blessed by Talos. People were coming from all over the continent to come give her their blessings. Iona went to Waterdeep for some holy quest or something or other. How did that go?
What am I gonna roll to try and remember any of that?
You could do a wisdom saving throw to try to remember that, but if you don't want to remember it, you could also try to block it out.
No, this shit's weird. I want to know more.
Okay.
20. Not a natural 20.
So you're getting these hazy memories. Some of them are warm, some of them are a bit difficult. You had long days of learning from Taltheus about Talos. You would learn these spells. You were proud of your power. You were growing into such a powerful priestess that you felt like you could take on the world. And it just feels so hazy, though, as you look back on them.
I gotta be honest, Preston, I've been out so long and doing so many Holy Quest things that I'm a little overwhelmed right now. I don't even know where to start.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, do you need me to grab some chairs? Why don't you have a seat? I'll get you guys something to drink. Do you want anything?
Sure. Actually, we're looking for some milk that isn't soy milk.
Yeah.
Because, you know, soy is just not sitting well with us.
I'll let you roll a persuasion, as he's the only man with that sweet, sweet milk.
How's a 16 work?
Yeah, I got a bit I could spare. So he quickly rushes back, grabs a couple chairs. You hear some bottles clinking as he comes forward with these little bottles of milk and hands them to each of you. Yeah, I cannot stand soy milk. Thankfully, I have this for baking, but no, I can't stand the other stuff.
So what's the deal with the soy milk? What happened with the cows?
Well, the cows got sick over at Jess's farm, and she's just been having a hell of a time, but thankfully there was a pretty big bounty with the soy crop, so a lot of people are just slamming back that soy.
When did the cows get sick?
Not too long ago, just a bit ago, it happened, and milk just started drying up, and you can get some still, but you gotta get it from Waterdeep. I mean, that's what I do because I love baking, but it is a pain.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for this. I know it's precious right now.
Well, you know, you didn't look like you're feeling too well, so hopefully this perks you up.
No, thanks. I hope so.
So why are you back? Why are you two in town?
I don't know anymore. She just mutters and like sits back.
Whoa. Mind blown.
I get it. You probably got like some burnout from your work. You do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, you're taking like a little vacation.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds right.
I get it. Your line of work is pretty dangerous at times.
It is. It sure can be.
Have you seen Taltheus? I'm sure he'd love to see you.
I saw him from afar. He seemed really concentrated on something and I didn't want to interrupt.
He's probably looking over that weird book with the long title.
Oh, you've heard about the book, huh?
Well, I saw those two gnomes use it, and it got a few people killed in front of my
yikes.
store, so yeah, it was pretty bad. It was Tom and Sanders' two kids. Yeah, that's really sad. They're starting to get into fishing too, and that's bad too because, we don't have a whole lot of fisher people ever since the accident, and it's just been hard on this community lately, really hard.
Accident?
Yeah, we had 16 people go out. It is a normal fishing trip. They're gonna come back with a good haul. Things were looking good. Freak accident happened. A lot of them went overboard, and only 4 of them actually made it back. And those 4 have been real weird ever since they got back. It's like when you're talking to them, it's almost like they're all one person. They do the same smile, or they'll all wink at the same time or something. It's probably the trauma and stuff. They're all just sticking together as survivors, but it can throw you off hard.
Yeah, trauma's a heck of a thing. So question for the DM. About how long ago did I completely lose my memory of my past life?
Let's see, from All Hail, it's probably been 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Interesting.
With your memory, because you said you had other memories in place, do you have memories of growing up, or is it all just large blank spots?
Pieces are coming back now that he's described a little bit more, and I'm getting conflicting memories about my life. Am I getting any pressure from on high, from the Shining God's side of things, to suppress anything?
Well, you're thinking about this stuff, you feel a lot of anxiety, you feel really uneasy, and then when you hold on to your amulet of the Shining God, you feel calmer, you feel more in control, things are back to how they should be, but when you let go, it's that unease just creeps in.
Got it. Well, thanks so much for the milk. This has been a really enlightening chat.
Well, I'm glad I could help out. If there's anything you need, just pop on by.
Oh, of course. You just have a great day, and maybe stay away from the well for a while.
Yeah, I think I will.
Just in case.
Stay away from everything.
Yeah. You should go see Teltheus, though. I'm sure he'd love to see you.
Yeah. I think maybe after this I will.
Alright, you take care, Iona. I'm sure I'll see you two pretty soon. It's a small town.
Sure, I just toss coins. I don't even know how many coins. I just toss a bunch of coins on the table.
Well, thank you. So you step outside. You can very loudly hear, and it clearly trash bag. There's a lot of positivity is flowing from that church, and you see Ariel is just leaning against the side of that temple having a breather, and you wonder what you're gonna do next.
Wasn't that a lovely tale? We got to see them use those really good social skills to interact with other people. I always find the members of our church are highly skilled at socializing. It's probably because of the beautiful, shining and warm light we choose to share with others. You too should share the light of the Shining God. Travelers, be sure to take care of yourselves and look forward to the second part of this. We have much more to explore. And remember, travelers, we here at the Church of the Shining God love you.
It is absolutely necessary for the peace and safety of mankind that some of Earth's dark, dead corners and unplumbed depths be let alone, lest sleeping abnormalities wake to resurgent life, to newer and wider conquests. H.P. Lovecraft. But what if the worst should happen, and these words go unheeded? The darkness deepens, but you'll find you're not alone with the Lovelycraftians, a Call of Cthulhu actual play podcast available at lovelycraftianspodcast.com or your favorite podcasting app. We all roll for sanity together here.